everyone, I'm starting this vlog barefaced and almost makeup free. I've got my eyebrows on. I was just sitting down to do my makeup so I'm going out in a little while, and I just thought I'd start vlogging today because I was planning to maybe vlog at some point this week. I feel a little bit rusty because it's been ages since I've done this, and yesterday I put up a poll on Twitter. I'm not sure that you'll be able to see it. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, you can see it but I can't read it. Let me just find a better way of doing this. But I was just interested to see what people wanted to see more of on my channel, and yeah, surprisingly weekly vlogs won, although not by much I have to say, and bearing in mind only 18 people voted, but I know there was 4 or 5 people maybe on Snapchat that wanted vlogs, and somebody else tweeted me saying that as well. So I thought that I would just do some more vlogs basically. So here I am. Excuse all the mess in the background. Jess and I did a big tidy up last weekend because my parents were coming down, and that is actually mostly my eBay pile. It's ridiculous. I've been saving stuff in like a big box, and now it's moved on to about 4 boxes full of stuff to sell on eBay. It's mostly just old clothes, shoes. I've got a couple of bits of makeup in there that I've never used before, and it's just stuff that's all so different that it's so much harder to list on eBay. Whereas I think if I had 15 dresses, for example, you can just sell similar items so easily, but this is all random stuff and I've just been really lazy about that. That's my duster in the corner. So yeah, I really need to make a start on that and list that sometime soon. But so I thought I would just come on here and show you my almost everyday makeup. I think there's a couple of bits that I'm trying out that I've probably only tried once or twice before, so I'm going to find somewhere to perch you down, and then I just think that I will sit here and talk to you while I do my makeup. Right, so I hope that's okay. That took me way too long to find something to perch you on. I've basically got loads of shoe boxes stacked up and I'm a little bit worried about my camera falling, but hopefully it should be okay. So as per usual, I've started off with my NYX eyebrow gel in the shade Espresso, and I just put this on with my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow brush in number 12. I want to try out this Smashbox colour correcting stick in the shade Look Less Tired Dark. This basically has my name written all over it, so I thought I'd give this a proper go today because I did try it out yesterday, but I used my damp sponge to blend it out, and I don't know if it's because I tried a different eye cream or what it was. This just seemed to soak it all up. So today I thought I would try it out with a brush. It feels really weird to be using like a pencil underneath my eyes. There, I've just sort of maybe a bit too generously. Sometimes I do the corners of my mouth, but not always. So there we go. So I'm sure everyone knows by now that I usually use the Bobbi Brown corrector, and I just wanted to try something different because I get bored of using the same products all the time. But as you probably know, I have this constant struggle with concealer and corrector and nothing ever matches me. This does look a little bit too orange, like just a little bit too bright. I'll show you the comparison in a second with the actual Bobbi Brown one. But yeah, so I haven't told you guys where I'm going. Basically, I'm literally just going into London tonight for dinner with the family. I was in 2 minds about going, just because it's such a long way. It's a weeknight. Jess has got work the next day, and it just feels a little bit too long-winded just to go for dinner. I'm just going to try and blend it out a little bit with the sponge. But basically, my sister, who you will probably never see on my vlogs because she just doesn't like to be on camera, is going travelling for 6 months with her boyfriend tomorrow, and she used to live in Manchester, so she packed up her whole life, quit her job, got rid of her flat. Sorry, I'm just going to grab a foundation. This is the Illamasqua Skin Base in the shade number 12, SB12. I haven't used this for ages actually. I'm just going to dot a little bit onto my face. I'm kind of hoping I don't run out of time as well because she will be here to pick me up very soon. I've probably put a little bit too much on here, but do you know what? I haven't used this foundation for a while and it's quite full coverage for me. I do sometimes find it a little bit tricky to blend out just because it's quite thick. This is looking very pale on me on camera for some weird reason. Anyway, so like I was saying, my sister used to live in Manchester. She basically packed up her life, like her whole life, a couple of weeks ago, moved back in with my parents and is going travelling for 6 months. Now, the only reason I was double-minded about going into London today was literally just because it's so far. But I do want to see her before she goes because I last saw her at Christmas, and usually we don't really see each other a lot. She's always very busy. She's like Miss Popular. She's always out and about with her friends. Sometimes she's in London and she won't even let me know. She's just the best sister. But I just thought it'd be nice to see her, see my aunt and all that jazz. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I think I'm done with foundation for now. I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Tan. I absolutely love this concealer. I'm so glad that I picked it up in Sephora. I just don't think I sort of go to the Too Faced counter to see if they have it here, just because I'm always so disappointed with concealer and corrector, and I feel like the only time I really shop for beauty is when I go near a Sephora or when I'm in America, or sometimes I place an order online with like Space NK and stuff like that, but I'm not really the biggest beauty shopper. I think I've cut back on my habits quite a lot, but I just love this concealer. It's a lot more hydrating than the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I just think it's a really good colour match, even though they aren't exactly the same colour. Oh, I don't know why I put my concealer on first. Usually I like to do my eyeshadow and then my concealer, but whatever, this is gonna have to do. I won't set it with powder just yet in case there's any fallout. But anyway, so I tried out my Tarteist Pro palette the other day, and I was saying on Snapchat that I wanted to try it with and without eyeshadow primer. This is the Urban Decay, what's it called? Eyeshadow primer potion. Mine's so grubby, it's super old. But yeah, so I tried out the Tarteist Pro palette without primer the other day, and I purposely put on one of the shimmery shades, and literally within a couple of hours it creased everywhere, and I was like, oh, I can't be dealing with this. And I swear I had to go out that day as well, so I wasn't very happy. I just thought that serves me right for skipping on the primer, because it's such an important step, especially if you have loads of lines and wrinkles and stuff around your eyes like I do. But anyway, today I thought I would just use the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I love the smell of this palette. I can't believe this is actually my first ever Too Faced palette. Oh, it just smells so divine. It's got such beautiful shades in it. I've actually tried out quite a few of them so far, so I haven't tried out the green or the black yet, but I've tried out a lot of these sorts of shades, as you can see. I don't think I've tried the navy yet. I probably wouldn't wear that, although I think I did yesterday. But yeah, this is just such a gorgeous palette, and every single shade in here is totally wearable for me. I'll have to play around with the green and see what I can do with that one, but aside from that, they're all pretty much wearable. Now, I've just realised that all my favourite brushes haven't been washed for ages. They actually look awful, and I've got some clean ones there, and I've got tons of brushes over there, but you know when you just want to use your favourite brushes? I'm just going to go ahead, so don't judge me, and hopefully none of this colour transfers. But yeah, I'm going to go in with the shade Peaches and Cream just here. I like to just sort of clean up underneath the brow and almost highlight underneath the brow with a really pale colour. And this just sort of helps to blend out any other shadows as well. My eyebrows desperately need to be done at the moment, so yeah, I don't really want to put anything too shimmery under there, just to sort of draw attention to them. Next I'm going in with this shade Puree, which is like a warm sort of taupey colour. I'm just taking that into the transition. I just want quite a simple makeup look, so maybe I should just gone with like one colour over the lid. I might still do that once I've got my transition colour on. I think I'm going to go in with the shade Caramelized. I don't think I've used this bronzy tone before. I've used this one and it's beautiful. What's it called? Cobbler. But let's go for something different. I'm just going to put it all over the lid. Excuse this brush, it is so filthy. Washing brushes is just such a nightmare, isn't it? Oh, there's a bit of fallout with this. Yeah, it's normally what I do on a Sunday is wash my brushes, but last Sunday I had all my family down and then I kind of forgot about it, because let's face it, it isn't the most exciting thing in the world, is it? Well, that's a really nice colour. I really like this as just a one colour all over the lid. I'm just going to blend it out again with the MAC 217. So yeah, going back to my Twitter poll, I thought I would ask in this vlog what people actually want to see, because I figured that you are the guys that are watching my videos, not people on Twitter, not people on Instagram or Snapchat. I mean, obviously there will be some overlap somewhere, but you are the main people watching my videos, so I would love it if you could let me know just what you'd like to see more of. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything specific, but if you want me to do something like a eyeshadow palette review or review any sort of beauty products, if you want me to do makeup tutorials, which I haven't done for a very long time. I feel like this is kind of easing me back into it. If you want to see more vlogs. Okay, so I've done my eyeshadow. I'm just going to clean up with a little bit of concealer. As you can see, I've still got a little bit of darkness under my eye, so I don't think that Smashbox concealer corrector, is perfect. And you know what I'm like I just don't like my makeup if I can see any sort of ashiness under my eye, or if it just isn't perfect. This is fine for like an everyday makeup look, I think, but I will have to play around with it and maybe try it out with different concealers, because I always find that sometimes it's just a case of trial and error. So one thing that I've stopped using in my everyday makeup routine, which I used to use all the time and I used to love this, was the Maybelline Razor Eye concealer. I used to use that to highlight my face. It's the one with the sponge tip applicator, and I've been through about 4 of them, I reckon. I just started to notice on the last 3 that every time I got towards the end of the concealer, I'd start getting loads of breakouts on both cheeks, and normally I only really tend to get breakouts on this side. I have no idea why that is. It's so weird, and normally it's either hormonal or if I've just been eating loads of crap. But with this one, I used to get breakouts here, sometimes on my forehead, and just everywhere that I would highlight. And I think that's down to the actual applicator, just because maybe it was old or it just collects bacteria. So I just felt that I needed to stop using that for a little while because it doesn't feel very hygienic. But what I've actually changed back to is this MAC Prep and Prime highlighter in the shade Light Boost, and this is actually quite old as well, so again I'm worried about breakouts. But I've had this for a while and I used to love it. I think I just switched to the Maybelline one because it was a lot more affordable, but I thought seeing as I've got this, I'll go back to it. I used to put this on underneath my foundation because it's so glowy you can see it through, but I always forget these days because I'm so used to putting the Maybelline one on over my foundation. But I just think that if you blend it all out properly, it's fine. There we go, nothing too crazy, although I do look a little bit crazy right now. So yeah, going back to my vlogs, I always just thought that people weren't that interested in my weekly vlogs because, you know, I just don't feel like they're very informative or they're like helpful. But I don't know, I just feel like people didn't want to see them. So they are obviously a lot easier to film because I don't have to worry about drowning out noise or finding a pretty background, as you can tell, or anything like that, and I can obviously do it on the go. So yeah, I would be very interested to know what you guys would like to see more of, so please do leave me a comment down below. So I'm just applying my if you can even see, my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I can now see that it is starting to look a little bit ashy just because of the corrector that I've used, and to be honest, I do think it's probably quite minor. It wouldn't bother most people, but I'm just really particular about my base. I'm not going to put any eyeliner on today, not going to bother with that today. I'm just going to go straight in with mascara. I've also been using a new mascara. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Ridiculous name for a mascara. I still haven't really decided how I feel about this. I kind of like it. I don't think I like it on my bottom lashes. It's just the fat bristle brushes that I'm not used to using, and I always prefer a wand that helps to separate my lashes, and I just think that this is so different to anything that I've tried in a very long time. So I don't love it, and I kind of have to turn it on its side just to coat my eyelashes because they're so short. They don't really grip onto the brush very well if I just do this. I kind of need to colour in the ends before I apply my mascara, which is just so weird. I don't think anyone really does this. I am also aware that a lot of mascaras vary in formula from the mini sizes to the full size, so it would be interesting to see what a full size one is like, because I personally find the formula of this a bit too dry, and it isn't really very old. I've only really been using it for a couple of weeks. I don't wear makeup every single day, so I don't think it's because it's running out, but it is very difficult to apply if you have non-existent eyelashes. I also haven't had my LVL lash lift done since before I went to Malaysia, so that would have been end of February, I think, which is such a long time ago. So these lashes have started to drop, and this kind of helps to lift them up slightly, although I don't think in terms of lifting my lashes it's as good as the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I totally miss having my LVL done. I think I'll have to do it very soon. But yeah, I don't like applying this mascara on my bottom lashes because, again, they're really tiny and this bristle brush is just huge. Chas is home. I'm vlogging. Alright. Not talking to myself.
Hello everyone.
Did you miss me at work today?
No, I hope you missed me.
Loads. I was crying. I was telling my viewers what a sad day
you
weren't here. Anyway, I'm using my... Oh, stop it, my mascara's wet, don't make me laugh. Okay, so I'm using my NYX brown mascara again in Espresso. I think this is running out though. It's kind of on its last legs. I've had it for quite a while, but I just like to go over my brows and comb them through just to sort of define the hairs a bit more, because sometimes I find that when you use a gel or a pomade, they just end up looking a bit like Sharpie brows, especially if you use too much product, and sometimes I am very guilty of doing that. So this just really helps to make them look a bit more real as opposed to, you know, tattooed on. This makeup is taking me forever because I think I'm just talking a lot. So as you can see, I'm in love with my NARS, I was going to say Radiant Creamy Bronzer, my NARS Casino Bronzer. I mean, I've hit pan on it. So I thought, because I love this so much, I don't want to use it, like especially for days like today where it's not a special occasion. So I've been using my little Smashbox palette. This is the just contour palette, and this is what it looks like. I actually love this brush for both bronzer and contour. This is what it looks like. It's by a brand called Bow Bell. Of course I love the rose gold, but this is just, I think, the perfect size, because I don't like to apply bronzer all over my face like some people would. So what I do is sometimes I just grab a little bit of contour, just like so, and then I will just like the tiniest amount, because you know what? I'm not really feeling that overly contoured look anymore. I mean, I still do contour and highlight because I feel like I need it, but you know, not like a super chiseled face. I'm just loving bronzer recently, so I just sort of blend that out. I've only applied the tiniest amount, by the way. And then what I do is I sort of pinch the brush, just make it really thin, just because you see my brushes, they're really dirty. And I don't know if you're able to see this, I just sort of contour lightly down the sides of my nose. I mean, I hardly want there to be any product, just to define it. There we go, and I will blend that out afterwards. Then I'm going to go into the bronzer quite generously. I like this bronzer, but it's definitely not my favourite. I much prefer the NARS one. And I just sort of go over that contour, slightly above. I don't think I'm going to bother with blush. I just sort of bronze where I would contour. I kind of just make it up as I go along, to be honest. I do love the contour powder in this palette though. It's definitely very comparable, I think, to the Sleek one, which is one that I've used for years and I absolutely love it. But I like this one too, and I really like the highlight powder. Overall, if I had a choice, I know the Sleek one's obviously a lot cheaper, but I hate the highlight and the blush that comes in that. That blush is just pure shimmer. It looks awful, and that highlight is just so icy. It does not suit me whatsoever, and I always end up hitting pan on the contour and just binning it because I don't touch the other two shades, and it's such a waste. I think I might even have one to show you. I think it's actually ridiculous. There we go. This is the Sleek one that I was talking about. This is in the shade Light. These two shades are just so awful. Can you see I've tried? Like, I've actually tried them both, but they're just so bad, and I just use the contour. It's such a waste. There we go. So they are super pigmented, just like the contour shade, but that is just not a highlight shade that would suit me, and it's just so chalky. I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but oh, I'm just not a fan. Out of the two, I would most definitely choose the Smashbox one. I'm not going to bother with lipstick because, I mean, I don't really wear lipstick most of the time. I just put on lip balm and then I'll sort of quickly put it on in the car before I have to be somewhere, because I hate wearing lipstick in the house so much. I don't know why, it just really annoys me. So yeah, I'm going to leave my makeup there. No, I'm not. I'm going to put on some highlight, actually. I don't have anything new in terms of highlights. I'm just going to grab whatever's closest, which is, of course, the Mary Luminizer. I absolutely love this highlight. I'm nowhere near hitting pan on this, and I use this all the time. I've made the tiniest dent, but I just think this is such a good everyday highlight. I use this on my Morphe M501, not that you'll be able to read it. And then I just go like that, go like that. I've got too much on my brush. I knock some off on my hand. And then I just like to blend. I see so many people that don't blend their highlight. I just really want to go up to them with this brush and just blend it all out, just to diffuse that colour, because it just looks like two really shiny stripes on your face, and it's just a bit, you know. But there we go. Just put a little bit on the end of my nose, whatever's left just on the bridge of my nose. Just it always ends up here, though that's not really the plan. Then what I like to do, just because I feel like I have too much on here, is go over with my beauty blender or my blank canvas cosmetic sponge. That's a really long word. And last but not least, before the whole lipstick lip balm step, is of course my beloved MAC Fix Plus. I have so many of these now. I got one for Christmas. I bought this one before Christmas. I got one in my MAC goodie bag. Like, it's just ridiculous, but I need to close my mouth and do this. I now kind of look like I'm sweating, but I'm not. I just put way too much on my face. Can you see? I think it's this lighting that's making me look really ashy, because in real life, I don't look that ashy. I do think it's this Illamasqua foundation, to be honest. It is a little bit pale, which is weird, because sometimes it matches me perfectly, and sometimes It just is a bit weird on me. But yeah, so that is my face of the day. I'm gonna sit here and wait for my sister to arrive. We're then gonna go into London. She's leaving her car with me while she goes traveling for 6 months, which is super exciting because Jas and I share a car, which he drives to work. So I only really have the car when he's working from home, which is a couple of days a week. This now means that I can just probably won't go anywhere, but I can go somewhere if I want to. I don't know where. My life is really not that exciting, but it's nice to have options, isn't it? So I have to go and pick up her car from London. It's all just very complicated. I don't know if I'll vlog at dinner just because I'm going out with my aunt, the one that moans all the time about me vlogging, and of course my sister and her boyfriend who don't really like to be in my vlog. So I might just leave it to save everyone getting annoyed at me and then me getting annoyed at them for not getting it, and you know. So I will maybe see you guys tomorrow, which is just basically a boring work from home day. Hello everyone, it is Thursday today. Jess is working from home. I've just washed my hair and we are on our way out to go and grab some lunch. I'm looking a little bit trampy. In fact, I just got dressed to go out, put on a little bit of makeup, nothing too crazy, and Jess was standing next to me also getting changed, and we're wearing the same outfit pretty much. He has black jeans on, I have black leggings, which are basically my standard uniform. I have a what's it called?
Blue top.
Navy vest top. He has a navy t-shirt on. I've just thrown this cardigan over the top. I look very trampy. We're just going to a cafe because I don't really have time to cook. He's also wearing a similar coloured hoodie.
Does that match? Oh no.
Not really, mine's khaki, yours is blue.
Good.
But we look ridiculous. So we're gonna go and grab some lunch and come back. I have my sister's car, so I'm gonna take that. I'm just so excited about this. So I will catch you guys when I get home. I love your handbag, Jess. It's really nice.
New.
So I've just got home from lunch. My washing machine's on. I put it on before I went out, but it's still on, which is really annoying. I think I might try and type up a blog post this afternoon. I received 2 parcels this morning, so I thought I would open them up on camera because I don't think I know what's inside them actually. The past couple of weeks has been a little bit crazy for Blog and Mail. I've just received so much stuff. I mean, I'm not trying to brag or anything, because for the past sort of 3 months, I maybe received about 5 items, most of it while I was away for a month, which is probably a bit more realistic in terms of how much I normally get. And for the past couple of weeks, I've literally had something almost every single day, and it's all kind of building up, which is why my house is a bit of a mess. I had an almost full day photography session the other day, and I'm looking forward to trying loads of bits out. But sometimes I just don't know what's being sent to me because I won't always get an email. They may have my address from ages ago or whatever, and they'll just post stuff out. So I might just do that on camera because people always say that they enjoy watching stuff like that. So I'm going to try and find somewhere in a little bit just to perch my camera up, do a little bit of a makeshift job again, even though my tripod is literally behind me. I just can't be bothered to take my DSLR off that, and yeah, open up my parcels and show you what I got. Right, so once again I've perched you up on some boxes. There's a couple of bits here. I don't know what's in this pink parcel. There's no sender, so I think I'm going to open that one up first and see what's inside. Yeah, so like I said, all the other bits I've received are kind of dotted all around the house because sometimes when Blog and Mail comes through, it's really difficult to find a home for it because obviously it's new stuff. Ooh, look at this, hold on. Eyelure and Fleur de Force brow range. This is the brow palette. This looks very exciting. There we go, hopefully you can see that. And I've also got a brow tamer. This is so good because my NYX one is actually on its last legs. I think I said that yesterday, so really looking forward to giving these a go. I haven't tried any of like the YouTuber sort of not collaborations, but also their own products that they bring out, like the Zoella or the Tanya Bear stuff or anything like that. I'm gonna open up this parcel next. This is from a PR company that I work with quite a lot, and they often send me loads of things, and sometimes it's all quite random, so it's a bit of a surprise. Oh, look at this, new brushes. They're a little bit squashed in the post. That looks like a full face set to me. These are really nice. So eco, the face of responsible beauty. So I think they're probably cruelty free and vegan and stuff like that. I love the look of that angled kabuki flat top brush. It's a shame it's a little bit squashed, but actually I think I heard the postman trying to shove it through the letterbox. I'm sure he gets annoyed knocking on my door all the time. This is quite nice. It comes in its own little pouch. Oh, and the brushes feel really soft. I'm looking forward to giving this a go, actually. I also have a shower head behind me there, which is so random. I got sent that ages ago, and we just haven't had a chance to put it up in the shower, obviously. But actually, our current shower head is dying. I don't know why, but every sort of 6 months to a year, I think somehow like new holes are created on the shower head and it starts to spray out from all different directions. It's so weird. I don't understand how that even happens, but that's happened to our current ones. If you put the water on before you get into the shower, it literally goes everywhere and the bathroom is soaked. So I'm looking forward to trying that one out, because apparently that one softens the water, because London has really hard water and that's why we have a lot of limescale, but it softens the water so that your hair isn't as frizzy. So when I first heard about it, I was like, oh my god, imagine if that really works. That would be genius. So hopefully one of these days, probably not this weekend even because we're not here, maybe the following weekend, we might actually put that up at some point, and I will give it a whirl and I'll report back on what I thought of it. I mean, it's been so long that I can't even remember who sent me that, which is a bit of a shame. So I got sent these like silicone sponges. I've never seen people using them, but I've heard a lot about them because I think they're basically like an alternative to a beauty blender. So it doesn't soak up any of the liquid like your foundation or anything like that. It basically looks like this. It's very strange. If it works, it seems like a great concept, because imagine how much money you would save just by not having all that foundation or whatever it is left on your sponge. So it seems like a really great concept. I got 2 of these. One's more of an oblong shape. I really can't reach it because if I try and stretch, I'm going to drop everything. So they basically look like this, but they're from a brand called Brushworks. Oh, also, I got a parcel from Pam, Precious About Makeup. They're like a makeup shop in London. They do some really cool brands like Ben Nye, Makeup Forever, I think they do Bioderma and just loads of things that are quite difficult to buy elsewhere. They sent me what looks like a makeup bag from Amazing Cosmetics. Always very handy to have a clear makeup bag, so I will definitely be using that at some point because you guys know just how much I like living out of a suitcase. Oh, this Beauty Blender Solid Cleanser. I think this is quite a nice size, especially to wash sponges and things like that that are always a little bit of a nightmare. There's also the Liquid Blender Cleanser. This is obviously for a beauty blender, which I don't own, but obviously I'm assuming you can use it with any sponge. It's actually quite a nice portable size as well for when you're traveling. Not that I have any more holidays booked. Oh, this is something I've wanted to try like forever. I'm so excited for this. This is the Ben Nye Luxury Banana Powder. Oh look, they've changed the packaging. Now this is so exciting. So yeah, that's everything that I have in front of me. I'm going to leave it there and go and do some work. Hopefully my washing machine will be done soon, so I've got a second load to put on. But yeah, I will come back a bit later on today and check in with you guys then. I completely forgot that I was vlogging. I spent 4.5, 5 hours sat at my laptop after I opened up my blog and mail. I edited the vlog footage from yesterday. I wrote a blog post, just had dinner, and now I'm sat here watching, not first date, dinner date I think it is. Yeah, it's dinner date. So I thought I'd just come on here and quickly end my vlog, because when I was editing the vlog footage from yesterday, my video is super long. So I totally apologise if you don't like long videos, but I am going to leave it here for today because I think tomorrow I'll be starting a new vlog. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!